First car of the day, first vehicle. It's day 19. It's Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. About 7 o'clock, 7:05, something like that. During this time of the year, during this period, it's not that dark. Certainly no reason for brights being on. There's that brights on and daytime running lights. Very obvious what is going on here. Look at how my shape has changed. Okay, they want to mock God while prevent people from obeying God through me, from rallying to me. It's this typical narcissistic disorder. That's what business people basically are, right? They organize, but for what? For narcissistic purposes, called making a killing, right? As in 1 in 5 CEOs are said to be psychopaths. I repeat the statistics quite often in my videos. It shows a certain consistency, a certain strategy, an organization of thought, a certain sophistication without the profanity, right? Without being profane. Of course, I like to use cuss words as needed to communicate the seriousness of my struggle and the situation. When we look at Africa, I tried to bring this up the other day, okay? The Bible talks about Cush begot Nimrod, and Nimrod made his first centers in Babylon. So when Babylon first became founded, according to the Bible, as a significant center, it was the offspring of Ham through the offspring of Cush and Nimrod. Cush is said to be the ancestor or the father, the patriarchal lineage of Nimrod. Abraham was born in Ur, Chaldea, which was a part of Babylon at the time. In Genesis 11, it points this out. It talks about Terah, his father, so on and so forth, who tried to, and his father died. Oh, wow, I don't know. He bribed me really bad at the last second. All right. So basically, Cush begot Nimrod. Nimrod found in Babylon. It was a saying at the time that, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord, pretending on depending on the translation. Okay, these people are pretending to be like Nimrod, and depending on the translation, it says Nimrod was a mighty warrior. Okay, he was the first heroic warrior, the first hero. There's various translations. The mightiest warrior on the earth. Now, obviously, he was the mightiest warrior. That's why Babylon is referred to as the Great in a way that they don't refer to other places. Part of this has to do with the understanding of the scribes at the time. They were scribes from the Middle East, and they didn't know that much about Ham and Cush, though they praised them throughout the Bible. Amos 9:7, Nahum, etc. Right? They said Cush had a strength that was boundless, right? Incomparable. So Abraham, according to the Bible, grew up with sayings that were just from the chapter before, Genesis 10, then Genesis 11, right? Recent sayings, relatively. That they want their kids to be like Nimrod, a mighty hunter, a mighty warrior before the Lord. This is key, as Abraham also led groups of people in battle successfully, according to the Bible. So this is a book about being a warrior. Moses was said to learn the wisdom of Egypt, where martial arts, science, and religion, and political studies and social studies were all merged together in the various cult groups. And Pharaoh, whose family took Moses in, was said to be the head of all priesthoods, symbolically at least. So therefore he learned martial arts from Egypt. Moses, whose name means to draw out, okay, learned to draw the spirit in martial arts from the Egyptians. And it was only after that that he is said to have seen God. So again, Cush begot Nimrod, who was a mighty warrior, a mighty hunter. Think about animal styles and martial arts. A mighty hunter before the Lord. Abraham was also a warrior king of sorts in his own right. Moses and his brother Aaron would then lead the Israelites on a military campaign when you understand the metaphor, splitting the Red Sea. He didn't literally split the Red Sea, he figuratively split the Red Sea. You see all kinds of people trying to confuse you. They say maybe he predicted that the waters would recede at the time, and maybe there was a volcano over here. You see all kinds of crazy theories as they try to distract you. And many of these groups knew damn well they were talking about martial arts, because as you study the Bible, it becomes more and more apparent as you connect the figurative language. Even Paul in Galatians points out straight up that things are to be taken figuratively at times. When Jesus says, before Abraham, I am, he was referring to Cush, and he's referring to Nimrod. He was referring to God. God having said to Moses in the story, I am who I am. And Moses in Exodus says the Lord is a warrior, the Lord is his name. So Moses, again, learned martial arts from African philosophy and spirituality and spiritual martial arts systems. It was after that that God was revealed to him. And then he says, the Lord is a warrior, the Lord is his name. God had sent his right hand to be at Moses' arm, or his arm to be at Moses' right hand. These things are basically the same idea. An extension of God's power went to extend Moses' power in combat. And red is a symbol, is a color that refers to evil. So logically, he split the forces of evil against each other. We see this tactic is used in the Old Testament and other places where armies are said to go into a state of confusion and start killing each other for seemingly no reason. He stirred up strife. Set is a deity of chaos and discord and strife and disagreement and sexual immorality. People broke into camps and fought against each other. The Israelites themselves, the Jews themselves, are said to have done that. So why bother to say in the chapter before that Cush was a mighty hunter before the Lord? You see, I have to overkill his point so it kills the idea in your mind that your pre-existing conceptions of the Bible are correct. They are incorrect. Cush was a mighty martial arts king before the Lord. And Abraham and his people idolized him. They looked up to him. They worshipped the idea of being like him as their way of worshiping God, so to speak. Ham begot Cush and Mizraim, Egypt, which would also be called Rahab, Ra-ha-bi. Rabbah, meaning soul. Ra in Hebrew means evil. Ra in Egyptian can mean good. It can mean evil. It depends on what cult is at the time. And by the time Moses was said to be there, 1900 BC. Some say 2000 BC. You get various estimates. Okay. By the time Abraham and Moses and so on, by the time Moses is there, okay, they are ruled by an evil Egyptian pharaoh, and that is consistent with my explanation of Egypt. So it is a martial arts religion. and to obey God's precepts is to obey a monotheistic martial arts religion. Not scribes, not priests. These guys are not martial artists. They are mere magicians doing magic tricks. They're mere mortals. They are not godly. They are not righteous. They are cheating me out of my right to lead. For mere human rules, customs, and traditions, one of the things Jesus said in the Bible, and there wasn't that many of them, was that the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the hypocrites were living by mere human rules, customs, and traditions. Trade route garbage versus martial arts truth. Merchant, moneylender, oh wow, in the distance, very bright lights in the distance. I don't know if they're going to come out, and that's part of why they shine the lights on me, to disorient me. They change my shape to make it so I look weird. So you say, I don't believe them. But after someone's been poisoned and fumed with 22 witnesses on record and countless video evidence, them hacking my phone, you think that they wouldn't do that? It came out in the news and said, why have people been acting so weird recently? And people have been acting weird, and political harassment is part of the history of this nation, but you think it's out of the realm of possibility that they're gang stalking me, that the bright lights you just saw when the sun is up was deliberate? I have countless pictures and video footage. This is day 19 in a row. And every time I go on a trip of any significant time period, 10 minutes or more, for example, I'm being brighted every single time. Because I am a mighty hunter before the Lord. They are mere psyop sissies. It's that simple. This guy has his brights on too. Who are you, offspring of a sorceress? Isaiah 57. Who are you mocking? The righteous martial artists and those who obey God through the martial art order are taken away. They stop reproducing to be spared from evil. But you sniveling worms who can't keep your legs shut, you fools, you offspring of idiots, you people who don't understand the parable of the rich fool, you people who don't understand the parable of the tenants, the 10 minas, the lamp under a bushel, you people who don't understand the faithful servant, the hidden treasure, the lost pearl, the rich fool, the wise and foolish builders, the parable of the sower, the barren fig tree, the budding fig tree. You people who do not understand a single parable, or else you would live a righteous life. You keep reproducing like the dogs you are, don't you? And there's a difference between me chastising sniveling worms who are cheating me and pretending I'm crazy when I'm the son of 2 doctors, one a brain surgeon. What are the odds that DNA turned into crazy and talking nonsense? Think about it. Like I have to explain this. But you arrogant wig-wearing, mass-murdering dogs magically had offspring that are the pinnacle of sanity and idealness. That is bullshit. Rubbish. Hogwash. Baloney. That is madness. Come on, guys, come on. Look up to us, guys. These are the types of people that think that a young Frodo Baggins is more sexy than Kobe Bryant. What about he who is forged from righteousness? More handsome, not a silly Kobe Bryant look on his face. He who is the son of moral persuasion, the top martial arts, not a mere basketball player, not a mere entertainer. What about he who is the son of God logically, not with theater art twists? If you don't know that I'm right, if you don't know Isaiah 42:13 is talking about monotheistic martial arts, and not some theater Harry Potter waving a magic wand, not Prince Harry leveraging his blood money network to say, I'm a prince. Then what the fuck do you know? Do you know 1 + 1 = 2? Do you know 2 × 2 = 4? What do you know? Do you know 1 + 1 + 1 = 3? What do you people know? And what don't you?